Greg, what's the vibe of this BYU team right now as they near a top 10 challenge to open the season?
Well, it's not every year they open on the road, so it's a little bit of a different vibe because it's been quite a while since BYU opened the season away from home. It's been a long time since they actually took a plane to do so. More than 10 years ago. It was 2007, 2008 when they opened at Long Beach State. That's their last airplane trip to open a regular season. They opened at Utah State a few seasons ago, but that's a bus ride up. So it's been a while since they've done this, so it's a little different to go away from home to open the regular season. This environment tonight should be super energized. It'll be a sold-out arena. Nevada's ranked in the top 10. NBA talent on the roster. Coach Musselman has done great things with this program, and now his fourth season. He's never lost a non-conference home game. All these things are subtext to what should be a really fun opener on college basketball's new opening night on this Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a little earlier, which is exciting and fun. Let's talk about this matchup because BYU is rolling up a new starting lineup. It would appear, based on what they did from the exhibitions, who knows tonight, but TJ Haas, Jashir Harnett, Zach Seljaas into the starting lineup. What kind of difference do you expect with BYU with Zach Seljaas in the starting lineup, if that's the case?
Well, I don't think anybody who watched Zach last year would say that he looked looked totally right, and I think the hope is that he reverts to his pre-mission self. His three-point shot percentage drop was far too precipitous. It didn't make any sense. And so I think we're going to ideally see the guy we saw before his mission. And I think Zach's ready to shoulder a larger role. And so, again, that's the hope, is that it was really a one-season blip on the radar. He's done things with his body. He's spent so much time in the gym in the off season. I think Zach is poised for a bounce back. It's interesting, Jerem, that BYU returned 9 guys who played for this team last season. If you want to throw a 10th in, Nick Emery didn't play last year, but of course had been with the Cougars before that. So 9 or 10 guys who have experience playing for BYU. And Nevada will play only 3 guys tonight who played on last year's team. Now the asterisk there is all 3 guys were in NBA workouts in this offseason. All 3 guys decided to come back, and they're all pro talents. And the other guys that I'm not mentioning among those 3 were all Division I transfers sitting out who practiced with Nevada last year. So it's true. They returned only 3 guys from last year's roster who will play tonight, but it's everybody else waiting in the wings that's going to be causing people problems this year.
Greg, if you were to give a brief explanation to any random BYU fan on the street that didn't know much about Nevada in preparation for this game, what would you say to that fan that they need to know about the Wolfpack?
6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'10", 6'11", starting 5.
So much length.
Starting 5 right there. And of those 5 guys I mentioned, again, 3 of them are the Martin twins and Jordan Caroline. And the 6'11" kid is a McDonald's All-American, their first ever a McDonald's All-American. He's already the Mountain West Conference preseason freshman of the year by projections. They're long, they're productive, they're prolific. They have 5,000-point scorers on the roster. They're loaded. They are loaded. And again, not everyone puts a team together this way. Literally, every upperclassman who will play tonight is a Division I transfer. Did not begin their career at Nevada.
That's incredible. BYU's got an opportunity here, which is good. We were talking about what this would mean if BYU pulls this off tonight. This is a quad 1 game, probably on Selection Sunday, right? BYU's got a real big opportunity, Greg, in game 1.
It's a national news game. I mean, if you win this thing on opening night, again, there's a lot of focus on opening night because of the way it's put together, and there are some marquee matchups. And BYU Nevada may not be the most marquee, but it's on the radar among games to watch tonight, certainly. Anybody who's a college basketball observer has this one circled. These are 2 top 50 BPI teams, and it's clearly a big-time quad 1 game, and the kind of game that if you win it on opening night, people are already kind of mentally penciling you in as a team that's going to dance if you beat Nevada on their home floor. Again, Musselman's never lost a non-conference home game. He's 21-0 in non-league games at home. It's newsmaking in every way if you can pull it off. And again, the value of it is tough to overstate.
The voice of the Cougars, Greg Wrubell, with us in Reno, Nevada. Greg, both Nevada and BYU have not shot the ball well from the three-point line in exhibition play. Low 30s percentage-wise, just not good. What do you expect in the three-point shooting showdown tonight?
Well, low 30s for BYU. How about low 20s for Nevada? They had a rougher three-point experience in their two exhibition games. And so, yeah, both teams are hoping that was the outlier and the anomaly. BYU shot 31.6 and Nevada shot 20.8 in the preseason. Now, noting BYU played two Division II teams and Nevada played a lower division team plus Washington. And Washington got after Nevada pretty good. So in a way, Nevada's already been woken up. I think BYU would have liked to be the team that gave Nevada the wake-up call, but I think they already got woken up in the exhibition with Washington coming in and beating them 91-73. And Coach Musselman, he's a pretty frenetic guy. We all know that. He has been very out front and very public about how displeased he's been with his team as a defensive group. You might say he's prone to hyperbole, but he said it's maybe the worst defensive team he's ever coached. And this is after two exhibition games. And he said it's not that they're not trying, they just can't defend. I mean, that's what he's been saying. So again, this is a coach that I think probably trying to fire his guys up and is a little frustrated, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of Nevada team he really does have when all is said and done, because as good as they are and as loaded as they are and as ranked as they are, Coach Musselman's not, totally pleased with how the build-up went to the regular season.
Yeah, tell me what you really think, Coach. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, BYU is going from the slower kind of possession-based, take a good shot at the end of the shot clock offense to more of the run and gun, but kind of a healthy balance. What kind of difference do you expect in terms of tempo of what we saw last year versus what we will see this year with Quincy Lewis calling the plays?
Well, I'm not sure if they'll be a top 10 team in tempo as they were in the seasons before last year. But, again, to go from where they were to where they ended up is very unusual in terms of their ranking of tempo. They were, top 10, top 15 to, I think, the 160s, 170s last year. And so, again, that was a very precipitous drop, and I think you'll see a climb, if not to where it was before, certainly, well out of the area it was last season. And I think less overall. I want to see how it affects specific players. I want to see TJ Haas, Zach Sellius, and Joshua Hardnett specifically, that guard line right there. I want to see how their games pick up, how their numbers improve, just with the adjustment in style and tempo and maybe a little bit more freedom. I want to see how it impacts their games, because it appeared to me, guys, that the slowdown probably hit those players as much as anybody in terms of what we saw from them, as opposed to what we expected to see from them. And then overall, beyond tempo, Jerem, I think we just need to see this team be a better shooting team. I think we all believe that BYU was better than its numbers last year. They were a 35% team last year from the 3-point line, and those guys I talked about, those three guards, shot 33, 31, and 30 from the 3-point line, and I think we all believe they're all better than that. And so I'm looking for an uptick in all of those guards' 3-point numbers this year.
Greg, have a great call tonight. You know that we'll be dialed in. Also, hopefully BYU can outshoot Nevada by 10% from the 3-point line. I'm sure that would help things.
Yeah, we'll take it. I'll take 30-20. I'll take 40-30. I'll take 50-40, whatever it takes. But yeah, this should be a fun one. And again, the possibilities are promising. If you're able to play well and get this one tonight, it could be just massive come the end of the season.
All right, great stuff, Greg. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.